Hello, everybody. Welcome to Input Left. This is Will and Joe of the famous Joe Rogan podcast. Just kidding.
I actually have something to say about Joe Rogan real quick, which is that my boss
is
told
Joe
me
Rogan?
That, my boss told me that he's a big Joe Rogan fan. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's... I don't know how I feel about that. You know, like, is Joe Rogan the worst guy out there? No. But he's kind of a clown. So.
Did he say, "Oh, you're a liberal fellow? Let me tell you, don't you worry, you're safe around me. I'm a Joe Rogan fan."
I'm a Joe Rogan. No, he didn't say that, but he was just like we were having like a meeting because like I started this job kind of recently, and my boss, my manager, also took over the team pretty recently. Like there's a big shakeup organizationally.
Okay.
So he we had this meeting where like, you know, we're all introducing ourselves. He's introducing himself as manager and everything. And one of the things that he chooses to share with us is that he's a
Joe Rogan.
He's a big Joe Rogan fan. He listens to the podcast all the time. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. Yeah. Like that's just one of those things that like I don't know if I call it a red flag, you know, but that's something that goes up where like if you know you're sharing about yourself and one of the things you share is that, hey, I'm a big Joe Rogan fan. It makes me like pause, right? I pause and I'm like, hold on just a second here, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully
it's like if you shared
my pausing.
Yeah, you will.
That's a reference to our other playthrough, which may or may not have come out by the time this video has.
Or didn't we just say that while we were playing Civ? That's not even.
Oh no, you're right. That wasn't even from It Takes Two. Yeah, we were just playing a Civ game casually. We were talking about Cyrus the Great. Yeah.
Well, I think that's really quickly tangent to that tangent, which is that Cyrus the Great, King of Persia. I read it in a textbook once. He said something along the line of, or maybe it was Darius, one of the Persian leaders, said, no, I think it was, wait, was it Cyrus we were talking about?
You told me it was Cyrus.
Okay, yeah, initially. I am Cyrus, King of Persia. Do not begrudge me my memorial. Which was a whole conversation. But what I will say about your boss, sure he's a great man watching this show. But what I will say is if someone came up to me and the first way they introduced themselves was, I like Burger King, it might give me some pause. Because look, I don't like Burger King. But more importantly, if you thought that was
something worth sharing, exactly, that's what it is.
Something worth making into your first impression.
Right,
exactly.
Right. That's what it's all about, right? It's not just that he listens to Joe Rogan from time to time. I would never begrudge someone their Joe Rogan. It's that he felt like it was something worth sharing in like, here's an intro to me kind of setting, right?
Right.
That's what makes me pause.
It's like
it's important enough to his identity that he thought he needed to share it.
In college, temporarily, there was something of a European like culture club, and it's the kind of thing where if you walked up to someone and one of your first identifiers was that, you know, you're in the European or white culture club.
Oh,
you know, it's like, look, I mean, I'm sure there might be a place for that somewhere.
I'm happy for you.
But why would you tell me that right off the bat?
Why is that such an important element? Yeah, of who you are.
Right. It's or like
that makes me concerned.
It was like, give one fun fact, right? And you were like,
that's not a fun fact.
Oh, did you know the Confederate flag is the Confederate battle flag? And
oh no, not this again. No.
Right. And then you might be, oh, that's your fun fact? Why? Should I be alarmed? You know?
Why do you know that?
Don't we have?
Honestly, that's more of a live thing to know, I guess. So.
Don't we have a Snorunt?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it would have had the Pokeball next to it if we'd caught one before. We don't have a Snorm, we don't have a Glalie, we don't have a Frostlass. Now, since this is male, it can only be a Glalie.
Because I thought I remember editing, like, didn't we have this whole conversation about, oh, it's kind of shy, kind of reserved. Or that was Clan
No,
Pearl.
you were just you were just talking about Glalie at one point because you're like the big
Okay.
spiky snowball guy, and I was like, yeah, Glalie.
Right. Which his evolved
Right.
looks like Ted Cruz. I will say. Though I don't know if this stage doesn't look as much like Ted
I
Cruz.
don't know, dude. I mean, I know Ted Cruz is from Canada, but like, I don't know. I feel like we got this. This should probably be a Canadian politician if we can think of one, or someone from a colder region. Like, maybe this is just Justin Trudeau.
I was
Maybe
gonna
this
say
is
he
Justin
looks
Trudeau.
like a Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. But I have to name him Justin because Trudeau could mean his father, Pierre Trudeau, who was also a prime minister of Canada. So
And
Justin
you
it
would
is.
know as a resident Canadian.
I would.
Yeah.
Do not begrudge me my Canadian fun facts.
Well, I like that this is Justin Trudeau because in the midst of all this controversy, he's hiding, in this little shell of his.
Exactly.
Mm,
Exactly.
mm,
He's pulled in close,
right.
but the beast within him might yet be awakened.
White Obama, as they say. As they call
Oh no.
Oh.
Isn't that what they called
Yeah.
well, they didn't exactly say it like this, but they called fuck, what's his name? The transportation dude now from Indiana, Pete
Yeah.
Buttigieg. That's what they were calling him.
They called Pete Buttigieg White Obama, sometimes White Gay Obama. They
Yeah,
also called who's that guy from Texas? Beto
Beto
O'Rourke.
O'Rourke. Dude, I just thought it, by the way.
Fake
I
Latino
know this
white
is a little tangent
Obama.
here,
Yeah.
but earlier today I was thinking about like Ludicolo again. And I was like, can we really in good conscience name like
Anyone.
someone with Mexican descent or some Mexican politician
Sure.
after Ludicolo, right?
Mhm.
And then it hit me. Ludicolo is so over the top performatively like Hispanic that actually we should name it Beto O'Rourke.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, it's genius. But it only works if it's male though.
Oh, true. Well, we'll have to find something similar.
Yeah.
Robert.
I mean, Kamala almost felt like would have been a solid choice in that case, perhaps, because I feel like she spoke Spanish a few times in the debates, which means that you got to be Ludicolo.
There was so much of that. Hola, my Latino friends, compañeros, ¿cómo están? That was very. Oh, and I don't know if you remember when Cory Booker did it. He sounded like he was
Cory
speaking
Booker did it.
German.
I remember that. Yeah.
He sounded like he was yelling in German. But
Cory Booker honestly had some base takes in the debates. I appreciated when he talked about violence against Black trans women.
oh yeah,
It's a sort of niche issue you don't normally hear on a national debate stage.
there's
yeah.
some controversies with him taking money from like I don't know if it's Farmer banks, and voting alongside those lines, but overall his politics are pretty good, and I think as far as American Democrats go, he's a
Not the worst.
yeah he's a good guy. I think he's a good human being. And didn't he like run into a burning building and save like someone?
What?
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
sounds
no,
fake, but
no, this is
it's
real. This is real. Like that's how he became
Wow.
like, nationally popular is as a mayor of a town. Like some building was on fire, and I don't know. It was kind of like damsel in distress or something, yelling out the burning building, and he rushed in.
Wow.
No, I think that's definitely a true.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I will not begrudge him his memorial.
no, do not.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Now I feel like I need to look up and just confirm that this is
Cyrus and not like Darius or something. Yeah.
or that it's remotely close to something that's actually real.
Oh yeah.
King of Persia.
You made such a big deal out of it at this
Do
point.
not begrudge. I'll look up the Cory Booker thing too.
Just making everything up. Just everything you said today is a falsehood, a fabrication.
All right. Okay. No, this is real. Okay, so obviously also it's translated, right? So there's different variations of it. But okay. Oh man. Oh man, whoever you are.
Oh man, don't begrudge me my memorial.
That's literally. I mean, literally, you can put "oh man, ... Do not begrudge me my memorial."
Oh man, don't begrudge me my memorial. No.
But here's the quote, and this is one translation of it. Oh man, whoever you are and wherever you come from, for I know you will come. Oh,
is that actually what it says?
Yes, this is real.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, he's got some sass. For I know
you're coming.
you will come. I am Cyrus, who won the Persians their empire. Do not therefore begrudge me this bit of earth that covers my bones.
Is it therefore do not begrudge me or therefore begrudge me?
It's do not therefore.
Do not therefore begrudge. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So here's
that's
another.
Cool.
Let's see. Let me just Control F for begrudge and see. Let's get. Oh, this one. Oh, this one didn't even translate to begrudge, I guess. Oh, this one says, "Do not therefore grudge me this monument," which is even closer in some ways. Do not begrudge me. Do not begrudge me my memorial. Okay, that is one translation.
That is the verbatim translation you heard. Yeah.
Okay, I'm so glad that I didn't just like spin it. Yep. There's a lot of "do not begrudge me my memorials" coming up. All right,
awesome.
The other big fact check of this episode.
Right. Cory Booker booking it into a burning building.
That's why they call him Cory Booker.
It was a library too, burning library, and he saved all the books.
All right, 2012 article: Mayor Booker saves woman in fire.
He was already the mayor?
Yeah. Reason number one to live next door to Newark Mayor Cory Booker. He just might save your life one day. This is Politico from way back 2012.
Oh, the before times.
Booker saw flames and smoke pouring from the second floor. Hold on, let me do a dramatic read. Booker saw flames and smoke pouring from the second floor of the small apartment building next to his home late Thursday night after he returned from an interview with a local news program. But seeing no residents outside, he rushed into the 2-story building. Okay, so I just want to say, he sees a burning building, he looks around, and because there's no one outside, he just assumes there's people in there. Which, I guess he was right. Looking for residents with his 3-man security detail. Oh. They don't tell you that in the romanticized version.
Why aren't they the heroes, as well? Yeah.
But here's the quote. I just grabbed her and whipped her out of the bed, said Booker, who rescued a resident amid a raging fire. My first instinct when I jumped through the kitchen, which was all in flames, I actually wasn't thinking. But then when I got there and couldn't find her all in all the smoke, that's when I had very clear thoughts that I'm not going to get out of this place alive. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
It's your come to Jesus moment, Booker said. Yesterday, all my problems were really big to me. Today things feel a lot more clearer. I have a lot more respect for firefighters. I guess he just added that as a side note.
I actually do generally have a lot of respect for firefighters. They're the real first responders you should be honoring. Although there is still systemic racism in the fire. I'm sorry I have to ruin this for you guys. There is still systemic racism in fire departments.
Fire cops.
In terms of the way that where they exist. The wait times, the response times in various neighborhoods that are predominantly, poor or people of color or both. But they're a lot better than cops. They don't kill people.
I was just gonna say
extrajudicially. Yeah,
they still don't come up to you with a flamethrower and burn you down if you're black.
I mean that is if firefighters were as bad as cops, that is actually a very good analogy as to what they do, right? Because cops are supposed to come out there and save you from people trying to kill you. Mm-hmm. Instead, they just kill you. They are the people trying to kill you. That would be like a firefighter coming up to your house with a flamethrower. That's exactly what it's like. Yeah,
like torching your house. Wait a minute, I thought you were supposed to be putting it out.
Exactly. You look like you may have caused this fire. So you have to burn with it.
Self-defense.
I'm fearing for my life.
No. I once saw a tweet about fire cops, and I laughed a lot, but there's a lot of systemic racism and a history of fire departments being very racist. But but also they're not shooting you with flamethrowers, and very rarely.
Not yet.
Rarely hosing you. And still, I don't know when the last recorded kill of a firefighter was on duty.
I think something that, like, one of the ways that firefighters can be really useful in terms of explaining the problems with policing in America is sort of saying that, like, you know, police have such outsized responsibilities. They, you know, armed police officers do so many things that, like, it makes no sense for an armed person with a license to kill to do, right? Imagine if police did firefighters' jobs, because they could very easily, that could just be rolled into part of what police do as well. And you could have armed people responding to fires. That sounds horrific, I think, to a lot of people. That sounds like a terrible idea. Well, then maybe all these other things that we have armed police officers responding to are also terrible ideas, like routine traffic stops, for instance. I
was just going to say, yeah, that's how I feel about traffic stops. Why is an armed person doing that at all?
Exactly.
Especially because you drive in a car that has a bunch of legal, like, very visible identifiers. It's not like... This is the thing I really don't understand about traffic policing. You have a license plate, in most states, on the front and back of your vehicle that has your unique identifier. That means that anyone can follow up with you. People also can look at the make and model of your car, and even if you, like, try and sabotage the plate, there's still ways to basically track you down. It just gets me. Like, every single thing that is done in a traffic stop could technically just be done after you park your car and get into your house.
But your taillight was burnt out, though.
Exactly.
Put your hands outside the vehicle and exit the vehicle slowly.
Oh yeah, and we're living through in Minnesota another cop killing traffic stop, which is
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Goes to
and here in Chicago, obviously, the released body cam footage of the police officer executing a 13-year-old boy, unarmed 13-year-old boy. It's actually terrible. It's all terrible.
I mean,
I'm at the point now where I'm like, do not begrudge me my looting.
Do not begrudge me my
in the sense that, like, in the sense that, like, I really don't give a shit if there's, like, looting or whatever at this point. I honestly couldn't care less. There's just such a much bigger problem staring you in the face that is, in a sense, the root cause of the looting.
Right.
That I do not give a shit. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing for me for two reasons. One is that unfortunately the social impact of, you know, destruction of property, the impact that has on people watching is unfortunately more oftentimes than the impact on, like, a human life being lost. And but that has real consequences, right, for making change, unfortunately.
I get that.
The other,
I'm not saying that looting is fine and that, like, I'm totally like chill with it. I just cannot be bothered to care about it. Like, if somebody comes up to me and it's like, I get that this is a problem, but the looting is just as bad, like, I will not entertain that as a reasonable position anymore.
Slap them.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's sort of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. But definitely, and I just reflected today on, you know, people will say endearingly and lovingly, oh, I can always replace X, but I can never replace you. And but when socially, for some reason, a target getting pillaged is way more important to discuss than, you know, the last round of mass shootings, some and cop related killings too. So I don't know.
There are definitely some people that say that, you know, like, I know that there have been business owners whose like, businesses have been, like, ransacked to an extent, right?
Oh,
and they've come out and said, like, yeah, like, I I can replace my windows, but we can't replace, that young man's life.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, a community member after George Floyd.
Yep, that's who I'm thinking of specifically.
He made the New York Times. Gani Mahal is the name of the restaurant. Ruhel. He's actually a guy I know. Yeah, he made the New York Times front page article. Something along the lines of, "I don't care that they burned my building. I just want justice."
Yeah.
Which someone told me, well, I'm sure he has insurance, and but also, he has to rebuild his business, and he's okay with that because there's a dead kid for no reason, or actually a dead man in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slash crit me, bro. Oh, it's Razorwind. He's Razorwinding me. Sorry to get off topic there.
Oh, please. Well, that is. I feel like the American people are Razorwind every day, by the police. Yeah. Wait, here. I want to mock punch a cop. No.
In a video game.
In a video game, yeah, right. Just to clarify, this is not a threat against any law enforcement. Purely in game. I'd love to mock punch a Pokemon cop for
Officer Jenny.
Officer Jenny,
your time has come.
Officer Jenny, why are you over policing? Grass types. There's got to be a reason. Historically, the Officer Jennies are always trampling on grass.
Grass rights, yeah, grassroots movements, yeah.
Exactly.
It's time somebody stood up for them.
We have not actually used a grassroots movement joke or anything, even though we have all these,
I think that's the first one, yeah. Well, I think our only grass type is literally Mitch McConnell, so that might be a factor.
Yeah.
But we also have Tulsi Gabbard, the Gloom.
She's powered by grassroots. A little bit.
I guess she is somewhat, yeah.
More than Mitch McConnell, I think.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But
it is! Speak of the devil. Yeah.
Does that make it onto Mitch?
I need to check to see whether or not he'll get it
by level up. Yeah.
If not, then maybe. But it might be better on on Gloom, right? If we end up using Gloom. Because Torterra is more of a physical attacker and doesn't necessarily need that strong special grass move. Whereas Pokemon like Vileplume or Blossom might want it more.
Sure.
Alright, we're almost in Veilstone, so once we get there, which is just after these next two trainers, I believe, I think we can call it an episode.
Yeah, that's a great place. As we approach the great Earth Kingdom city of
Veilstone. Which actually sounds like it could be on... Well, I guess they don't have, pun names.
It's got stone
city,
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Rakamashu. Yeah, for those who don't know, and I don't know if we've talked about it on the show, so this could just be for everyone.
Yeah.
Will and I have kind of a back and forth joke around. There's this scene in Avatar: The Last Airbender where they approach Omashu, and it's the second time visiting, and it's after the city has been taken control by the Fire Nation, and they're going over the cliff. And they're so excited to be back. And I think it's Sokka goes, "Here we are." Or maybe it's Aang. I don't remember. Here we are.
I think it's Sokka, yeah.
The great Earth Kingdom city of Oh. And as you see Omashu appear. And then he goes my. I don't remember what it is. Oh my god. It's probably not oh my gosh, maybe.
Yeah. But it's something along those lines.
Yeah.
So the backstory to this is that Joe and I were playing Raft together with his brother, and there is a mechanic in Raft where you have this shark who is always chasing you. No matter how many times you kill it, it always comes back to harass you whenever you go into the water and such.
Great game. Play that game, Raft.
It is quite fun, actually. Yeah, even though it's still sort of in early access, still a lot to do. So there are times when you're going to want to go into the water without fear of the shark harassing you, and one way to do that is to kill the shark, which will, it'll take some time to respawn, not super reliable. Or you can craft an item called shark bait, and you can throw this shark into the water to distract the shark for a period of time. So I had this reflex, I'll own up to it, that every time I talked about the shark bait, I made the shark bait, I threw the shark bait, I had to say shark bait hoo-ha-ha in reference to the great children's film Finding Nemo. And this annoyed Joe so much that he would respond with his own overused joke, which is he would just keep referencing the great Earth Kingdom city of "Oh my god" or whatever, like constantly.
Yeah. Well, you can do it.
Doesn't
with
make any sense,
too.
no. But like,
well, I mean, it makes as much sense as shark bait, hoo ha ha,
Oh, don't even go there.
You want to talk about quantitude? I'll tell you about quantitude.
Okay.
At long time, watchers
this is the second time you said quantitude.
This time was intentional,
which is the weird amalgamation of quantity and magnitude.
I just want to say, long time watchers of this show will know a little thing about quantitude, and and the quantitude of shark bait hoo-ha-has was so bad, I needed to retaliate, and I knew that anytime I made this joke, and I knew how much it bothered you. And you can do it with anything. You can do it with city names. I could be like, I'm going to the great Earth Kingdom city of Chicago. Oh shit, like you could do.
I don't know if you ever did that, but I guess you could.
No, but you could. Or, it's the great Earth Kingdom cloister of Mashu. So it's limitless, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it did tick you off. So for some reason, I know it's not even a clever joke really, but I think they blend the O into and there's
yes,
yeah. That's the
no
one else.
Yeah, I think that oh shoot, I think I forgot what I was going to say about it now. Oh, that's
good. Shark bait, hoo ha ha. That's what I'll say to cap off that discussion. In the comments, are you team shark bait or team Earth Kingdom City of Omashu? Comment which side you're on, and that way I could prove to Will once and for all. I don't know what I'm trying to prove, but please.
Neither do I.
You're on my side with this, and that's the better way to tick someone off. I want to start a trend. I want to start a meme, because I thought when I went on YouTube, I was like, oh, of course this will be a 5-second video that is widely shared or something. I could not find it. I could not find that clip. And that tells me that it hasn't reached the level of meme status yet that is so essential for penetrating through our becoming a cultural touchstone, And I'd like to see
here's
that.
what I'll give you. Here's what I'll give you.
Please.
That should be a meme much more than the cabbage guy should be. That's a funnier joke than the cabbage guy, in my opinion.
Well, that's because you don't think the cabbage guy is funny at all.
No, I don't. I think it's a very childish joke, and I understand feeling nostalgia for it. If you watched the series originally when you were a kid, I look at him and I'm like, okay, here's the cabbage guy again. That's sort of my reaction to the cabbage guy. I'm sorry, everyone.
Well, I think I think of it less as a joke, as I enjoy it for the world building and the lore behind it. Why is this cabbage guy in all the towns? You see all these different events are happening, but you're cutting to, hey, look, they're destroying the town, including the cabbage guy again. I don't know. I think
the problem I think I had with it almost is not only is it not especially funny, but I genuinely feel bad for this guy. His livelihood is being consistently ruined by these kids, and it's played for laughs. It's a little weird almost.
It's a cartoon joke. I don't know.
I know. I'm thinking too deep about it. But I still just don't find it funny.
That's when my anxiety takes over and I start, analyzing. Oh, but he, in the TV show, oh, he made his room dirty. Now is he gonna go clean it up? It's a kid's show.
Peterson.
Don't overthink it. By the way, Mitch McConnell is really approaching level 30 here.
Yep. I think we're gonna have to swap them out and like try to XP sponge with some
Okay.
other Pokemon and stuff.
But you can try and
It's,
use them in the gym, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is though, right? Like the back-to-back level 30 level limit is really kind of nasty in the sense that, like, you know, we have to go into Maylene with like more or less like level 29s in the hopes that they don't over level in the gym itself.
Right.
And then we have to go like straight into Wake. And what that means is that we need to take care of every required trainer between Maylene and Wake, basically, before we fight Maylene.
Right.
If we want to play it as safe as possible.
Yeah. Pretty nerve wracking.
Yep.
Nerve inducing.
Oh,
666.
Mitch!
Oh, speaking of nerves, yeah.
No.
We should be terrified by that. He's speaking to
right.
us from the Senate chamber. Well,
Almost there.
yeah, thanks for tuning in as we approach the Great Earth Kingdom city of Veilstone. Subscribe so you can...
Behold, the Great Earth Kingdom city of... Oh my god!
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, input left. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.